Welcome to Deal Breakers, Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am your host, Dee Diamante, and today we have our special guest, Coley. Coley will be choosing between three guys who will come with three deal breakers each. We will be revealing each deal breaker per round. Now, each round, the first round, no one will get eliminated, but the second and third one, someone will be getting eliminated. Now, Coley also comes with her own deal breakers. Is it that she drools when she sleeps? Or that she likes to bite her toenails? Or could it be that she has four kids from four different dads? Stay tuned so we can find out at the end of the show. Now, I would like to please give a round of applause to Coley.
Hi Dee.
Coley, how you
Hello.
doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for being here tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Of course, definitely. So, Coley, let's get to know you a little bit.
Mm,
Where are you
sure.
from?
From New York, originally born and raised.
Okay. So, are you still located in New York?
I'm in that area. Not
Okay.
exactly there, but in that area.
Got it. All right. And how old are you?
I'm 44.
44. Nice. And
Mm-hmm.
what is your nationality?
Sicilian and Egyptian.
Oh, nice. Rare. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Egyptian.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did that came along? I
I
mean,
guess like the Moors were, there was a lot of Egyptian Moors that came over a long time ago in my country, I guess. I don't know.
okay.
I don't
Got it.
know.
All right.
I don't know. I
So,
did that DNA thing, like that tells you where your ancestry is at,
right.
and it came
Okay.
back like that.
Cool. Nice. I
Mhm.
always wanted to try that. I should give it a try. Just
Yeah, you
to see,
should. It's fun. It's surprising. You like, you think you're 100% one thing, and you'll be like only. Because I thought I was just only Sicilian forever.
Yes,
So
definitely. Yeah.
yeah,
Sometimes we probably are things that we never imagined, right?
right, right.
All right. All right. So, what do you do for a living? What is your occupation?
I work in nursing home administration, and I'm starting my own business.
Oh, nice. What kind of business?
Basically, I want to open a farm to table food truck. And I
Okay.
want to do a lot of like feeding the homeless and stuff like that.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah,
That's beautiful. Okay.
yeah.
Now, Coley, so what do you like to do for fun?
For fun, I like to go to amusement parks. I like to go do adventurous things. I like to go like zip lining or like different stuff like that. I want to try parasailing, like different things to kind of like push myself and get
Right.
over stuff like fear of heights and all that stuff. So,
Okay. Nice. Sounds like fun.
yeah,
Okay. Now, how long you been single for?
I've been single for 4 years. Mhm.
4 years. All right. And is that by
Mhm.
choice or because you can't
Yes,
find love?
absolutely. No, yes, absolutely. My choice.
Have
Yeah.
have
Hmm.
have you dated throughout these 4 years, or you just haven't
I
been looking?
have here and there. It's kind of like at this point, I haven't really been looking at all. I just been kind of just doing me and then figuring what's for me will come to me eventually. So
Okay. All right.
just try not to like worry about it and just keep doing what I need to do. So,
Definitely. Yes, you got to focus on
mhm.
yourself before you can focus on
Yeah, for
anyone else,
sure.
right?
For sure.
All right. Now, what happened in your last relationship?
Mm. Yeah, I went there.
Was
Okay.
it that bad? Was it that bad?
Yeah, it was horrible. He was like 007 and like James Bond. He had a whole other life,
He had a whole different lifestyle aside from
like a whole other life, girl, kids, everything that I never knew about.
was he a spy though?
I felt like it. Like he'd be driving all over New York City, everywhere, like a spy. He'd
All
be
right.
everywhere.
And how long did that relationship last?
We dated for like 7 months.
Okay, so it was a short
I
relationship.
know, Casey, I know. That's okay.
It was a short relationship
it
then.
was it
Okay.
was like something that like I don't ever have to go looking for stuff. Things just come into my lap. So
Gotcha.
I don't focus on those things because I know like if it's gonna, all things that come to the light. So
What has been the longest relationship you've been in?
the longest relationship I've been in was with um my baby father who That was 8 years, 9 years off and on. Like we would
Okay,
go through like little spats and break up and go back together. And I was young, you know what I mean? Like I was a young mom, so it was just like
gotcha.
I had to break myself from being going back to the familiar, you know? I had to like heal myself. So that's why it took the 4 years to like really just work on me and figure out, what do I want, you know?
Got it. What is it that you look for in a man when it comes to a relationship? What do you look for?
I hate that question only because it's I don't know. It's like I just feel like I look for somebody who is kind, genuine, trustworthy, loyal,
Right.
have a good moral compass, believe in something higher than themselves and us, believe that everything happens for a reason, like somebody like non-judgmental, something like that.
Mhm. Gotcha. All right. Um, do you prefer looks over knowledge?
No, I mean, like, I feel like sometimes people can be more attractive to you the more you get to know them. Like, sometimes you can come across somebody and you might not feel that instant connection, but over time, getting intimacy comes in so many layers that it's not just the physical.
Definitely. All right.
So I think that it could happen. I don't necessarily, like I said, I don't go looking for it.
Where would you like to go on your first date?
A first type of date, I like to just go do something low key, like somewhere where we can like chill, maybe drink some coffee, eat some munchy food, chat, kind of get to know each other, go for a walk, like go into a park or something. Just do something like where we could just be in a situation like where we could talk and go to know each other. Because I feel like when you go to a movie or like something, you can't even talk during the movie. You're just like sitting there,
Yeah, definitely.
like.
Yeah, I mean that's like
So
2 to 3
yeah.
hours just wasted out the day without knowing that
Hmm.
person, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
All right. Now that you say that, so what is the perfect like? How long you think a date should last?
I don't know. It depends on the vibe. I feel like if it's a really good vibe, it could go for hours. It can
Right.
go from like meeting for brunch to having dinner later that night too,
More
and
like
going
forever, right?
dancing like a whole day. Like you could do like a whole day if it's, oh, you got nothing to do, I got nothing to do. What are we gonna do? What do you want to do next? Like let's go do something else. Like I don't know. I think that, but if there's a time schedule, you know what I'm saying? Like I think like an hour or two is good.
Okay.
Kind
Do,
of feels,
do,
you got to give them the first hour to be awkward. You have to give that time, that buffer, always. Like
definitely.
kind of give it some time to you really get to know somebody after that.
Definitely. All right.
Mm.
Do you have any type of phobias?
Phobias,
Yeah,
like spiders,
yeah, that could be
um,
one or something you're scared of.
like creepy crawly things, like ugh.
Bugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I love like the warm weather, but I hate the bugs.
Yeah, I mean females usually, I mean guys too, but
Yeah.
women usually tend to be scared of the little bugs,
And
crawlers.
not really, like I feel like spiders are more scary only because like I know like they said there's like this weird fact about you eat like 1,000 spiders in your lifetime because they like crawl in your mouth while you're sleeping. So
Wait, what?
yeah,
That
I
sounds
heard that
crazy.
before. Yeah.
That sounds
It was
crazy.
like a little like crazy fact. Yeah. Like
Wow.
they could just like crawl in your face. I'm like,
I didn't know that. Okay. I
yeah.
heard something about they maybe a few has been go through your nose or through your ear or
Mm.
something like that. But
Listen, they'll crawl. If
who
you
knows?
sleep with your mouth open, they can crawl right in your mouth.
Anything could crawl in your mouth if you leave your mouth open.
Yuck.
Okay? All right. So now,
Right. Right.
are you the type to get bored quickly?
Not necessarily. I don't think so.
Mhm.
I think if there's like, I'm more of like a Sapio type of individual. So I feel like if there's like stimulating conversation, I don't get bored. But if we're like not really talking about stuff and it's just like weird, then I might get a little bored.
Right. All right. Will you be the type to help a man get on his feet if he was to one day lose his job or his career, if anything, he was to go down bankrupt or anything like that, will you be the type of woman to actually help the man, or be like, hey, if he just I can't deal with you no more, you it's done, you can provide nothing for me? How do you feel about that?
I'm. I mean, it depends. Like I said, it's a situation. If he did something like to cause that, and like he's not the type to be a go-getter, then I can't work with that. But like if they're just in a bad place, or they something happened and they kind of got knocked off, like I would not hold that against nobody. But I would give them the benefit of the doubt and the opportunity to be like, at least get to know them enough to see, are they a person who is trying to do everything they can, or are they a person who just has no motive, no drive?
Right. Yeah, there's no
Stuff like
motivation.
that.
Yeah, of course. I
Like you
mean,
ask certain questions, you get to know certain things, you get to
right.
see certain things, whatever.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
why help someone that don't want to help themselves, right? I mean, if you really think about
Right.
it.
Well, that's the thing. You have to want to do it. You know what I mean? And I think that guys, when they have the right woman, they do change. You know what I mean? Like they will do anything. So
Yeah,
just kind of
definitely.
waiting for that feeling, like
You're
that.
so right
That
about that. You're definitely
yeah,
100% right about that. There's some men that in this world they won't change until they meet that right woman. That woman definitely will make them change,
right,
because they want to make that woman happy, and whatever that woman wants is what they're gonna give them,
right.
So definitely. All right.
I don't think it's a secret, George.
Do you fall in love easily?
I used to. I used to.
You
I think
used
that was
to?
one of my downfalls. Yeah. I'm a little more cautious nowadays. Like it take me a while to break the wall down.
Definitely. Yeah, with experience, we tend to learn
The
things
best
and
teacher.
how to deal with them,
Right.
Right. All right. All right. Now, what is it to date you? Does it feel to date someone like you?
I don't know.
No one has ever told you how they
I
feel
don't
about
know.
you?
I mean, like I've been told that like I give people like motivation. Like I know how to like show them different types of love, even if I'm only in their life for like a season,
Right.
or a reason. You know what I mean? I always try to like bring something positive to people. I don't bring anything negative to anybody.
Yes, that's
And
great.
just try to do that. And that's
All
it.
right. All right. No, that's amazing. All right.
Yeah.
Well, for those who just joined, this is Deal Breakers, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am your host, Dee Diamante, and tonight we have our special guest, Coley. She will be choosing between three guys tonight, but these three guys come each with three deal breakers that we will be revealing each round. The first round, no one gets eliminated, but the second and third round, they will be getting eliminated depending on their deal breakers. Now, Coley also comes with her own deal breaker, right? Is it that she drools during her sleep, or that she likes biting her toenails? Or could it be that she has 4 kids by 4 different dads? Stay tuned till we find out later at the end of the show. All right. Yes, those are little. Those are definitely some deal breakers right there, right? All right.
Only one is true. Haha.
Only one of them is true, so stay tuned so we can find out. All right. Now, Coley, I will be bringing in the three guests, right? The three guys. So now we will be introducing our first guest. Our first guest, his name is Demon Deacon. Everybody, welcome Demon Deacon. What's up, Demon? How you doing tonight? How you feeling?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. How about yourself, man?
Nice. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. All
What's
right.
up,
How you
everybody?
doing?
So,
How you
Demon,
doing, good?
where are you from?
I'm from Louisiana, but I live in Washington D.C. right now.
Okay, nice. How long you been living there? A while.
It's been about 10 years at this point now. Shit.
Okay, okay. So it's been a little while. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. And how old are you?
27.
27. And what is your zodiac sign?
I'm a Virgo.
A Virgo. Okay. And what do you do for a living? What is your occupation?
So I work with the public defenders. However, I'm in the process of getting my license to be a private investigator.
Okay, a private
Yeah.
investigator.
hmm Yeah.
So so earlier, Coley was talking about she thought her ex was a spy. So, but you're a private investigator.
That's
Kind
actually
of
what it is.
similar, huh?
That's why you saw me go like this.
All right. Well, Deacon, what do you like to do for fun?
I'm a gamer. I play a lot of video games. I play sports, basketball, soccer, football. I like to stay active when I can, but yeah.
Okay, okay, nice, nice. All right. Well, this is Demon Deacon. Now we will be introducing our second guest of the night. Everyone, please give a round of applause to Masterpeace. Masterpeace, how you doing, sir?
Doing well, thank you.
Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate it so much. All right. So Masterpiece, let's get to know you a little bit. Where are you from?
I'm from New York,
Okay, New York
born and
City.
raised upstate.
Upstate New York?
Yep, yep.
Okay, nice, nice. I'm from New York City. I was born and raised in the Bronx. That's pretty cool. I always wanted to actually move upstate, but then I was scared of the cold because you guys get a lot of more snow than we do. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we get more snow.
yeah,
Yep.
I ain't trying to wake up to shovel and none of that. So I'd rather stay down here. I actually want to
Me
go down
either, man.
south now. All right. So how old are you?
I'm 42.
42 years old. Okay, nice. And what do you do for a living? What is your occupation?
I kind of keep my hands in a lot of pots. I do a lot of different things. I do consulting, logistics, transportation. I'm also a life coach with a specialty in NLP.
Okay.
I do a variety of different things. Yep. Stay
More like
busy.
a jack of all trades, right? You're into it all.
You got
Okay.
it.
Nice, nice. All right. And now what do you like to do for fun?
I love to play around with cars, whether it be working on them or going four-wheeling, going racing around in one of my cars on a track or driving around a country road in a convertible. I like to drive. I do play some games, some video games from time to time, a little bit here and there, just to kind of relax and change things up. But those are my primary recreational activities.
Okay, nice, nice. All right, well, this is Masterpiece. Now we will be bringing in our third guest of the night. Everyone, please give a round of applause to Kilo.
How you doing?
Kilo, what's going on? How you doing
Hello.
tonight?
I'm good. How about you guys?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Thank you for being here tonight. All right. So, Kilo, where are you from? Where are you located?
I'm from Florida.
Florida. Okay, nice. And how old are you?
I'm 23.
23. Okay, pretty young. Um, Now, what do you do for a living?
I'm a roofer.
A roofer. When you
hmm
say roofer, that means you work in roofs. Do you like what do you do
I
specifically?
pull the shingles off and put the shingles back on. So
Okay,
I completely do the roofing.
okay, okay, nice. All right. And what do you like to do? What do you like to do for fun?
I'm very much an outdoors person.
Okay.
Mm, I typically go like fishing or stuff along the lines of that.
All right, all right. I love fishing. That's one thing I love
Yeah,
doing. I do it every week, at least once a week.
for
Because
sure, for sure.
that gives me relaxation. It gives me peace. So it's
hmm
definitely something I love to enjoy doing. All right,
I
all
agree.
right. Now, we will be revealing our first deal breakers. All right, guys, are you ready to review the deal breakers? Are you ready to listen to the deal breakers, Coley? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get it. All right. So now, Demon Deacon, I would like you to reveal your first deal breaker.
I sleep with my cats.
So you sleep with your cats. Okay, what do you think
Yes.
about that, Coley?
I don't like animals in my bed.
Okay. So
Not furry ones, at least.
Not furry ones. So what if it's one of the Egyptian cats, like the bald Egyptian cats, right? That's
No,
hairless.
not like no, no.
No.
Never mind.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well,
It was a metaphorical animal.
got you. All right.
Got you.
Now, Masterpiece. Can you please reveal your first deal breaker?
I don't like
My
it.
first deal breaker is that I am messy. I tend to do better in chaos than in order. I have a cluttered desk with different piles of papers organized where I know where they are. My tools are kind of like that too. Like they don't ever really wind up in the right spot in the toolbox again. They just go exactly where I know they are, and they're all over the place.
So, so is it that if you was to be like, hey D, pass me the wrench, and I go look for the wrench, I can't find it, but you be like, it's right under this, right? And you know
Yes.
where it's at.
Yep. I can tell you exactly where it is.
Okay. Well,
Or like, go grab the checkbook off the desk, under the books, in the drawer, to the left.
all right.
He got
Now,
directions. He got Google Maps for that stuff.
what is your opinion on that, Coley?
I mean, it's okay. Like, that's his stuff. Like, my stuff isn't gonna be like that though.
Okay, so how do you feel about coming to a messy house?
I mean, I'll probably just clean it because my OCD will drive me crazy.
Got it. All right. Now, Kilo,
I'll be
I would like
scrubbing
you
toilets. You feel me?
Kilo, I would like you to review your first deal breaker.
I'm half her age.
Right.
What?
So Kito's first deal breaker is that he's half your age. That's definitely a deal breaker, right? Because how
I
do
have
you feel
kids
about
older
that,
than
Cody?
him. I have children older than him.
Wow. Okay. So
So,
see-
yeah.
so will you date someone his age?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
What if he treats you great?
Mm.
It feels weird. They're my kids' age. It feels weird. It feels like I shouldn't be doing it.
Right. All right.
Mm.
All right. So this is the guy's first deal breakers tonight. So Demon Deacon's first deal breaker is that he sleeps with cats. And now our masterpiece is that he's messy. He has a clear desk. And Kilo's is that he is definitely half her age. So that's definitely those are definitely all three deal breakers. So now we will ask some questions about these deal breakers, right? I'm gonna start with Demon Deacon. So Deacon, how many cats do you have?
I have
Right.
two. So my first
You got
cat,
10?
I call him my son. I got him two.
Oh, okay.
I got him about 8 years ago. I got him off the street because he was following us one day. I went out to go to dinner. He just seemed like really attached to us. So I went to my car, grabbed a blanket, grabbed him, and threw in the car. So that's my first one. My second one is a girl. Her name is Sushi, and I got her from a friend of mine that went into the military, and nobody could watch her. So I volunteered to take care of the cat. When she came back from her deployment, tried to give her back. Sushi wanted to stay with me. She wasn't happy when she went back with her owner, so my friend brought her back to me, and I've just had her ever since.
Okay. Do you see yourself owning more cats in the future?
Nah,
No,
nah,
those
two is too many as it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a lint roller next to you in your bed throughout the night so that way if any hairs or like
In the bed,
Do they
no, I
have
keep one.
fleas?
They're indoor cats. Nah, they don't have fleas. They are indoor cats. I keep a
Yeah, I
lint
hope they
roller in the
don't have-
bathroom, and
I
I keep
hope
a
they
lint
don't have
roller in the
fleas.
car.
All right. Now, are your
That's
cats
almost
friendly?
worse than the age. Yeah.
Are your cats friendly to like overnight guests?
My cats love people. They whenever somebody new comes around, kisses the cats on the mouth. Yo, whenever I have company over, the cats love people. They just love being around other people. They're very friendly.
Has there ever been a weird situation with your cats and your overnight guests? Has there been anything that crazy happened?
Nah,
No.
nothing ever crazy. Nothing crazy has ever happened.
All right. Well, there you go. That's Deacon's questions. Now we will move on to Masterpiece questions of his deal breaker. So Masterpiece deal breaker was that he is messy and he has a cluttered desk. He has everything thrown around. All right, now Masterpiece. Do you regularly clean it, and, and it gets cluttered, or is it that it's always just cluttered?
There's some straightening that goes on and like going through and organizing, utilizing things, but yeah, it pretty much always stays cluttered. It'll sometimes be in a state of better organization for me, but to everybody else, it still looks cluttered.
Right. Gotcha. All right. Now, do you happen to lose things throughout? Like, cause you say you do know where they at, but at times, do you happen to lose anything?
I do. The biggest place that I've struggled is when I've stayed in different places. So like previous years, I've spent my winters in Hawaii, my summers in New York, and going from one property to another, I get there and I'm like, I have no idea where anything is. We have to redo the organization all over again when I get there because it's too much time.
Oh my God, that's crazy. All right. What is one thing that stands out as important, right? That you can't believe you have lost at that moment?
Um, yeah, I guess. Well, okay. On a road trip, this was a bit challenging because it was in a small space with another member of the party, and unfortunately, I lost two of my nice favorite rings on that trip.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh no.
about like $3,000 worth of jewelry.
Oh,
Yo,
that's terrible.
I
I'm still
think that's
searching for
wrong.
them.
All right. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I've lost a ring before, right? And I was like crying for a whole week because I was like I missed my ring, right? But it
Yep,
definitely hurts to lose a ring, right? Especially when it means something to you, right?
definitely.
All right. Now, have you ever considered like a housekeeping service?
Um, I have. I struggle with keeping organization if somebody else picks up my things. So that was a big obstacle in a previous relationship. I had an ex-girlfriend that would like gather my stuff up and put it in like one pile or in a box, and I'd never be able to find anything. I didn't know what box to look in, like no clue. Everything was lost. So we eventually had to move into a space where I just had a room. She could put anything she found out in the rest of the house in that room, and had a chair in the bedroom. The chair was for my stuff, my clothes, my bag, whatever else.
All right, all right, all right, Masterpiece. Well, those are the questions I have for you for your first deal breaker. Now we will
I
be
have a
going to.
question, D.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Are these possible fake deal breakers too?
They are deal breakers. That's all you need to know. Those are their real. These are their deal breakers.
Okay.
All right. Now, Miss Coley, we will
Yes.
be asking Kilo for his next. I mean, his questions for his deal breaker. All right.
Mhm.
Now, Kilo, your deal breaker was that you're half her age, right? So, are you into older women?
It's really more about a vibe more than age, to be honest with you. If I can vibe with somebody and I'm comfortable with somebody, that's more important.
Right. Do you have experience dating older women?
Yeah, I've dated older women before.
What is the oldest you have dated?
Uh, 39, I think. But that's when
Okay.
I was 18.
You was 18 and you dated a 39-year-old? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not bad. All right. Now, do you get concerned at any time of you basically not having anything in common with this woman due to the fact that she's on a different age bracket?
Mm, no, I know there would be some type of differences in a way, but they can all be looked over, you know. Like I said, if somebody has a connection and a vibe with somebody, that's most important. That would make everything, go smooth.
So what if you can socialize with her friends? Due to their age and they just they don't the vibe. How will you feel about that?
Um, I don't know. I'm pretty good at socializing with people though, honestly. The
Okay.
age has never really mattered.
All right. Do your friends or your family will be concerned about you basically dating someone older than you?
I doubt it.
All right, no problem. All right, for those who just joined, this is Deal Breakers, Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am your host, Dee Diamante, and today we have our special guest, Coley. Coley is choosing between these three great men, but they each come with three deal breakers, right? That we are revealing each round. They will be getting eliminated in our next round, that we will be revealing our second deal breaker. Now that was their first deal breakers, and y'all got to know them a little bit. Now we will be moving on to our second round, which is our second reveal. Right now, this time I will be revealing the deal breakers myself. Right, Coley. So you will be choosing you will be eliminating someone due to the deal breakers. Right, the deal breakers, I will say them in a random order, so that way you don't know who they belong to. So you don't know whose deal breaker belongs to who, and that's how you will eliminate our first guest of the night. All right. So now I will be revealing the first deal breaker. Well, their second deal breaker. All right. So now the first one is that he goes ghost a lot. He goes ghost a lot on his partner, right? Or whoever he's talking to, the person he's dating, right? Now the next one is that he has many platonic female friends. Okay. And the third one is that he's always on his video games. Right? Always playing video games. Now, Coley, out of those three, right? I would like you each to give me what you think about each one of them, right? So what do you think about the first one, about the person going ghost on the partner, you know?
Ghosting is a complete no.
Okay.
That's just disrespectful. It's inconsiderate.
Okay.
We're adults. We can have conversation. You can tell somebody, hey, look, I know we've been talking for a while, but like, I'm really just not feeling it. You know, I'm just gonna
What
fall back, whatever, and then that's it.
what if the person just is hard communicating?
Then we wouldn't be a good match anyway, so it's kind of good that I don't keep, because I need communication. That's important.
Right. I mean, sometimes people tend to hide their feelings, and things like that, due to the fact
Hmm.
that maybe they just can't express themselves at the moment. So they actually tend to just like fall back, I don't know.
No.
But all right.
Mm-mm.
Now, what do you feel about the fact that number two, right, which is many platonic female friends?
I'm not worried about that. I have a lot of platonic male friends, so I'm not really the jealous type. So it
Okay.
wouldn't really bother me, especially if they're open about it and you eventually meet them. And you could tell off a vibe if two people are more than just friends.
Okay.
So,
Now, no, I understand. All
that's
right.
okay.
Now, the third one is that he's always on his video games. How do you feel about that?
Like, how much is always?
We will find out in a second, right? But always. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like a lot, but
I mean,
I'm
it
pretty sure it's not.
depends.
It's not all day. I'm sure that the
If it
person has to do
if it
other things
doesn't
also.
affect like the things like responsibilities and like
Right.
things that they're taking care of their business, I don't care. Play video games. At least stay in the house. Like
No, definitely,
they could be
definitely.
outside doing ratchet stuff with their ratchet friends.
Gotcha. All right. Well, those are your three deal breakers, right? They was randomly revealed. And now I would
Mhm.
like you to choose out of one of those three deal breakers, which one is the deal breaker you will not be able to deal with?
The ghosting.
The ghosting.
Mhm.
Now the ghosting is due to the fact because ghosting, like you said, is something very like, oh, why are you doing that? You shouldn't ghost me. You should talk to me, right? You should
I
communicate.
view it as disrespectful, honestly.
Right. It's like someone hanging up the phone on
Because
you,
they
right?
wouldn't do that with their job or anything else that's of importance. So if I'm not that important that you can't tell me something important, then I'm not with it.
Okay. Now, the person that the deal breaker is that he goes ghost a lot. Please raise your hand. Kilo.
I knew it. It's
How
always
you
the
knew
young
it?
one. It's always the young one.
Oh, it's the
My
young
kids
one.
ghost me, okay? My kids ghost me. That's what I'm
Oh, yeah.
saying.
Your experience due to your kids, right? You know, you know how they move.
See what
All
I'm
right.
saying? See why this wouldn't work? That's what I'm
So
saying.
Kilo, quick questions, right? Do you normal? Is that your normal method of going ghost on people? Is that something that you usually do?
No,
Like
it's
all the
more of
time?
like if I come to you with how I feel, because I'm not a very open person, and I feel like you not actually listening to me, I'll ghost you. I won't say anything about it. I'll just leave.
All right. So once you feel some type of way, that's it. You're just gone. You don't. There's no if buts, nothing, right?
Yeah, no. If I talk to you and I feel like you're not actually listening to me or you actually care, I'm gone. Like I'm not gonna talk to you about it because that right then that showed me. You can try to fake to me like you care afterwards, but right then that showed me if you really cared or not.
Definitely. All right, I got you. All right. Another quick question, Kilo. Have you ever been ghosted before?
Yeah.
How does that feel?
I mean, it doesn't feel good, but I understood that it was my fault I got ghosted.
Right. All right. I mean, everybody has faults, right? Things happens, and at the end of the day, things happen for a reason. And if it was meant to go someone, and then that's what you have to do. All right. Well, Kilo, I want to appreciate
Exactly.
you. And before you leave, I want you to reveal your last and third deal breaker before you go.
And thank y'all for having me. Well, my last one was I'm a community slut.
These are community. Oh my god! All right, so look, you dodged the bullet,
Hey
Coley.
yo.
You definitely dodged the bullet because
I knew
he's
it.
definitely in
I
these
knew
streets.
it. I
He's
knew it.
he's definitely in the streets. Yo, Kilo, I appreciate you for being here tonight. Thank you so much. Everybody, please hit Kilo with
Appreciate
a
you.
fave. He's new to the app. He's only been here for 3 weeks. So everyone, please hit him with the fave. Go check him
Definitely.
out. He has good content. He's actually been trending on the app. So go check him out. You know, hit him with the
For
fave and
sure.
see what
For
he's
sure.
about. Yo, Kilo, thank you
Keep going
again.
to.
Thank
But
you.
you was not chosen tonight. Please exit the box. Thank you.
Thank
All
you
right,
guys for
now,
having me, and I hope you guys have a good game.
of course. If you like, stay tuned, and then I'll bring you in at the end, so that way more people, whoever else is not here, haven't faved you, they could fave you again, and well, fave you this time. All right. Now, Coley, we have two guys now. We have Demon Deacon and we have Masterpiece. Now, I would like Demon Deacon to reveal his second deal breaker.
I am always on the video game. I play
So
a lot of
Demon
video
Deacon is
games.
always on his video games. All right. So so that leaves Masterpiece with him having many platonic female friends, right? So now I want to ask Deacon some questions first. So what kind of games do you like to play?
Uh, like fight. I play a lot of fighting games. I love games like Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. That's what I normally play.
Okay. Or any other multiplayer that your partner will be able to play with you? Any type of games
Uh,
that
yeah, they're all multiplayer. Yeah, yeah.
okay. Now how like Coley wanted to know how long do you play these videos games for?
It depends on what type of night I'm having. Um,
Okay.
I normally play video games to just work the stress away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it all depends on how much stress I've had that day.
Got you. Oh, does it depends on how much you lost and you're trying to win and you're still trying to win and can't get
That
the
too.
win?
Yeah. It's that too. It's that too. It's that too.
Definitely. It gets to that point. All right. Now, do you get laser focused that you miss dates and events or you don't do your chores due to the fact that you're playing a
Nah,
video game? No?
nah.
So you don't get
I'm pretty good at timing out. I normally so when I stream, I normally play video games too while I stream, and I'm able to swap my focuses and address people that come into the chat or people come and talk to me. I'm pretty good at that.
got you. All right. Now, are you one of those loud players that they
Nah,
hear you across the house? No, you don't be screaming through the headset.
nah. I'm not a yeller. I'm not a real vocal guy. I,
Got you.
yeah.
All right. Now, Masterpiece, your deal breaker is that you have many platonic female friends, right? So do your female friends they try to hit on you? Are they the types to hit on you?
No, not
No.
typically.
Okay. Are you okay with your partner having mostly male friends?
Yeah, as long as I get to meet them, and under most circumstances, like it's the same for me with my platonic female friends. Not many circumstances where they're just hanging out themselves. Like if
Are
they're
you
not
okay?
comfortable, in other words, if they're not comfortable having me join in for some of the fun sometimes, then that makes me not trust them.
Okay. Are you okay with your partner having a male friend that's like yourself?
Hmm. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Do you think your female friends actually they usually like can they ruin your relationship or can they actually help with your relationship?
I mean, I've never experienced them negatively influencing a relationship.
Okay.
But my last, like my ex-wife basically forced me to cut off all my platonic friendships for the time that I was with her. And then when we separated, it was like I rekindled those friendships.
Right.
But that was a really hard time for me.
Oh, definitely, definitely. All right, got you. All right, well, for those who just joined, this is Deal Breakers Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am your host, Dee Diamante, and today we have our special guest, Coley. Coley already has eliminated our first guest, Kilo. Now she will be choosing between these two guys that comes each with three deal breakers. We already revealed two deal breakers, and we will be moving on to our third reveal. All right. Now, Coley, we're gonna reveal the third deal breakers. They will be revealing the deal breakers themselves, right? You will be picking after I will be asking you when to pick, but you will be picking out of those deal breakers or which one you think is the one that you cannot deal with the most, right? Well, out of all three, because now this is the third round where all deal breakers count, right? So now, Demon Deacon, can you please reveal your third deal breaker?
So I'm basically an alcoholic. I do a lot of drinking.
Okay, a lot of drinking. How do you feel about that, Coley?
Mm-mm. I grew up in an alcoholic household,
Okay,
so that's a trigger for me.
okay, gotcha. All right. And Masterpiece, can you reveal your deal breaker?
I frequently take long road trips just on my own by myself for work primarily.
Okay, so you usually take frequent long road trips without, is it without your partner, with your partner, or you just go
Yeah,
about,
without my partner, just by myself.
oh, by yourself? Okay, so you usually take long road trips without your partner.
Yep.
Okay, now, Deacon, what do you think about Masterpiece deal breakers, right? So his deal breakers is that he's messy and cluttered, right? And that he's has many platonic female friends, and that he takes a lot of long trips without his partner. What do you feel about that?
Quite honestly, I feel like he's just a Rolling Stone. He just likes to be around. He likes to just stay moving. He doesn't like he's what's the word? He's dynamic. He's not static. Which I mean, in the totality of the circumstances, everything that he said, it's not a bad thing, honestly.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not man, he's got you. It's very like when it has to come with the female friends and all that.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, he's dynamic. He doesn't like settling for. I won't say like woman wise, but just like lifestyle wise, he just likes to move around. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to move around.
Okay, got it. All right. Now, Masterpiece, what do you feel about Deacon's deal breakers, right? That he sleep with cats, that he's always on his video games, and that he actually is an alcoholic. He likes drinking a lot. So, what do you feel about that?
I mean, it sounds like he definitely likes to kind of stay home, enjoy his libations, video games, and then know that he's going to bed to warm kitties.
Meow, meow.
Okay.
Consistent. He knows they're always going to be there.
Right. All right. Got it. Wow. Well, Coley, you have heard what these guys have to say about each other's deal breakers, right? But now it's up to
Mhm.
you which deal breakers you can actually deal with, right? Because at
Yeah.
the end of the day, we tend to go and date people due to the good things we want to hear from them, right? But we never date them according to their bad things, their red flags, right? Which is called like we say deal breakers. We don't tend to listen or to even actually think about these type of things when you're dating someone. You just want to know
Mhm.
the positive first, right, before the negative.
Yeah.
So now these guys have came with 3 deal breakers each, and it's your turn to choose between which deal breakers are the ones that you will be able to deal with. But also, she comes with some deal breakers that we will be revealing once she picks the last deal breaker. All right. So now, Cody, I would like you to basically pick out of the 3 deal breakers, right? Which 3 deal breakers is the ones that you won't be able to deal with?
Um, the animals in the bed.
Okay, so it's the animal, and so it's basically Demon Deacon, right? So Demon Deacon was not chosen today. That's what you're
Mhm.
saying.
I can't.
So because of the animals, you really don't like animals like that.
I don't
In
even wear
bed.
my street clothes in my bed. I change before I get in my
Right.
bed. Like my bed is like you could eat off of it because it's like sterile. You know?
Okay. All right. Well,
They walk around
Deacon,
in their cat litter box and then they.
well, Demon Deacon, you was not chosen today. I'm so sorry for not being chosen, but she cannot deal with your deal breakers. I'm so sorry. Do you have anything to
Sorry.
say?
I'm just saying, I love cats. I love animals in general, dogs, cats, iguanas, hamsters. They're all great, but it's been a pleasure and I appreciate you. Thank you for having me on. It's
Everyone,
been a
please hit
pleasure.
Demon Deacon with a fave. Make sure you
That's
stay
fine.
tuned so that we will bring you back before the show ends. All right.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
I
Well,
definitely
guess
saved
what,
you.
Masterpiece? You've been the one chosen today with your deal breakers, right? But now, guess what? It's your turn to actually see if you could deal with Coley's deal breakers, right? Is it that she drools in her sleep, right? Or is it that she likes biting her toenails? Or is it that she have 4 kids from 4 different dads? Now, Masterpiece, out of those 3 deal breakers, which will be the deal breaker that you cannot deal with? You'll be like, no, that's a no go. We cannot deal with that. I'm sorry. That's not it. Out of those three,
Biting
which
the
one is it?
toenails.
The toenails.
Yeah.
Can you just picture her?
I mean, I like, I mean, all in favor of flexibility, but maybe for different reasons.
No, all right, definitely, definitely. All right. All right. Well, now, Tony, can
Yeah,
you reveal your real deal breaker?
I do have 4 children and they do have 4 different fathers. I
Okay,
had 4 different major relationships in my life. Each one of them produced a child.
got it. All right, nice. Um, what do you feel about that, Masterpiece? What is your opinion on that?
Um, that's not a that's not a big deal breaker. I mean, it happens. We all go through different relationships in life.
Definitely. I mean, some people might think that it is, but at the end of the day, they just close-minded, right? Because what the dads have to do with anything? At the end of the day, you gotta worry about the kids and her.
I
So
those that know me know that I have 4 goddaughters. What they don't know is that those are actually from 4 different fathers. So.
I can actually add that like 3 of my children, like I said, are over 20, so they're not even home. So it's like I have one really.
all right.
The
So
rest
now,
are like travel buddies.
yes. So Masterpiece. So now you said that it's not really much of a deal breaker. So that means you do accept her with a deal breaker.
Yeah, I do. I do.
All right, nice. Well, congratulations. Y'all definitely have accepted today with each other's deal breakers. I hope y'all can actually deal with them in the long run, right? Because this is something you might deal with now, but later on it might
He's
be a
gonna
different
break up with
story.
me for cleaning up too much.
Till the new deal breakers come up.
Right.
But that's
We only
only
heard
3. Hello.
we only heard 3. Definitely. All right. Well, thank you so much for being part of the show tonight. I would like for the other 2 guys to come
Appreciate
in.
you.
Please, Kilo, and Demon Deacon, can you please request the box and join us so that way we could hit y'all, they can hit you with the fave and we could announce any events you have in the future coming up. All right, we have Demon Kilo. You still in here, Kilo? I'm not sure if he's in here, but
Aw.
We will just be
He
waiting. All right.
ghosted us. He ghosted us.
Yeah, he ghosted us already. Well, all right. Now,
That was
Coley,
fast.
Yeah.
do you have when do you stream? Do you have any upcoming events? What is your social medias so that way we can
So
follow
yes,
you?
my social medias are at the bottom of my page, my Instagram and my TikTok. I have a Saturday show for networking for small businesses, people who have their own business who want to come on, kind of like a each one teach one kind of thing where we can like learn from each other and talk about if people have questions on how to go about certain things. That's going to be Saturdays from at like noon to like 1:30. Try to get that going. I have an auction, two auctions coming up in August and September. August 4th with Top Badge Boss Pro, Summer Shades auction, and then I have also the Travel the World auction with Westside.
Okay, nice.
September 2nd, I believe. I don't know the time yet. I don't know yet, but that's coming soon.
All right. Well, for those who don't have Coley favorite, make sure you hit her with a fave. Such an amazing streamer, an amazing person. We got to know her a little bit, you know, especially with her deal breaker. At least she doesn't bite her toenails, right?
Nah, nah.
That part.
Right. All right. Make sure
Can
you
you
hit her with
imagine?
a fave and go check her out and show her support in her auctions and her upcoming events. All right. Now, Masterpiece. For those who don't know Masterpiece, Masterpiece is very known on the app. He does a lot for a lot of support on the app. And so Masterpiece, please when give your social medias. When do you stream? Any upcoming event you have coming up?
Yeah, so currently my stream schedule is kind of being restructured, redone based on my own schedule and the way that the app is kind of changing. So my schedule usually is at the top of my bio. If I have any major events, I usually try to get them up there as well. My Instagram is on my bio, and that's a great way to keep up with what I've got coming up, as well as what my friends have coming up. Those that are friends with me know they can send a flyer. I'll get it out in my story and spread the word. My stream is all about, I call it free game. It's about sharing information, wisdom, knowledge, and experience with each other so that we can level up off the app, not just on the app. We know how to do that on the app. I do a multilingual stream. I do a book club. We do games at night. Usually we do trivia games or hip hop games, different stuff like that. I am the reigning champion of Shoot Your Shot. So come next Sunday, I will be shooting my shot in Classic OG's show. And aside from that, I am in two auctions coming up. One at the end of July, that's Mr. Perfect's, and one at the end of August, that's Shawty Baby.
Okay, nice. Well, there you go. That's Masterpiece. Make sure you hit him with the fave and go check him out in his streams and in his events, upcoming events, and go show support. He's definitely a big supporter of the app, and you know he's there. He's definitely great. All right. Now, Demon Deacon, what about yourself? When do you stream? Any social medias or any events coming up?
Well, first off, no events. I don't really do many events on here. This is actually the first one I've done in about 2 years, I think.
Wow.
I've been on the app for about 8 years actually. But I'm more of a late night streamer. I'm more so here for like vibes. So I started DJing. So if you come into my stream late at night, you'll see me either playing video games, talking to people, or just you come in for some R&B music or rap or maybe some Latino beats or Latin beats, excuse me. We'll see. Wait, you a DJ now? Yes. Yeah, I mean, my social media is in my bio. It's my personal Instagram, but I still accept everybody. I like to interact with people on Instagram. That's probably the easiest way to get in contact with me too. But yeah, that's it.
There you go. Well, you have Demon Deacon. Go make sure y'all hit him with the fave. Go follow him. Go support him in his upcoming events. Now, we have Kilo. So again, like I was saying, Kilo is new to the app. He's only been streaming for 3 weeks. It's been he's been doing good, and he actually had the opportunity to come here and be part of our show tonight, and basically get recognized a little bit, right? So Kilo, I would like you to basically let us know when do you stream, what kind of any events you have coming up, because I know you're new to the app. So do you have any events coming up? Do you have your social medias that you would like to let us know? Anything going on in the streams?
Honestly, I just stream at random times. I have no set time.
Okay. All right. So you just stream randomly.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten to the point where I have set times and stuff yet. I just been trying to get my following base up pretty much.
Okay, okay, got you. Well, for those who don't have Kilo Faith, make sure y'all faith and go check him out. He's a new streamer, like I said. He's trying to get up there just like we all are, you know. So make sure y'all following him and go check his content out. All right. Now
Thank you.
again, I want to thank you all for being part of my show tonight. Thank you for being here. I want to thank all the
Thank you for
viewers for
having
being part
me.
of today's show. Thank you guys so much for always being here every Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, I am your host, Dee Diamante, and this is Deal Breakers.